All right. Okay, so here I am. I've got my latte from Sissiboo Coffee. That is an advertising, unpaid. Oh my God, they have the best coffee in the world. It's roasted right here in downtown Little Bear River by Jonathan Welch. And it's really delicious. There's all kinds of different, I can't remember what kind. I guess this is 2 espressos, yeah. So a latte is 2 espressos with, steamed milk. It's so delicious. Okay, so I've added some pastel on here. Of course, as soon as you wet it, and I'm wetting it with a clear matte medium, so it dries clear, and to seal it on the canvas. But of course, as soon as you do that, it goes darker, and I kind of forgot about that. It goes darker and brighter. So these lines are, I wanted a darker, not as light as these are. But, so maybe I'll go over it, do some with a brush. I don't know, it just keeps evolving. And now, of course, the vase, I love it. I love what it's doing. But it's, it doesn't really look very much like the original. But that, that's okay. It's okay because a painting stands on its own. And if you want to replicate exactly what's there, well, as some painters do, that's okay. But that's not my thing. My thing is to interpret what I see, to use the scene as a jumping off point, and then to, completely change the colors, or take things out, take trees out, take flowers out, add ones in, and so on, to interpret what I'm seeing. There was a documentary about the German artist Gerhard Richter, who does very abstract work. And he said that every stroke you make then informs the next stroke. So every time I put a color down, I might think, wow, I love that color. It really pops. And then I put something beside it, and now it kind of mutes that color. And so now I need to change the original color. Anyway, it's always this give and take and this back and forth. And so, for me anyway, I never know how the painting is going to look at the end. I never really know where I'm going. I have an idea in my head, and but it takes on a life of its own as you're working on it. And honestly, when it's done, I look back and I think, wow, how did I do that, and what were the steps? And that's one advantage for me of videotaping, because I can, it's not videotaping, is it? It's digital. That's an advantage for me of recording the painting process. Although then I never watch them. But anyway. Okay, so when I look at this entire painting and I think, okay, what is the part that you like the most? I really like this. I like the chaos that's within it, and the lines and the brush strokes and so on, and yet, it makes sense. So I like that. I really love this. And maybe I love that because there's such gesture with that flower. It's really moving, but also there's a simplicity of color here. Whereas, you know, in here it's just a little too busy for me and too much happening. By the time I'm finished this, there won't be so many layers on it, and you know, and some, of course, will be invisible. But overall, I love the spontaneity of it. I have tried to make it gestural, and I have tried to make it more drawing-like and painterly at the same time. So anyway, here's to you, and thanks for watching.